Hey, what's up, people? Jarrell here from Relish Pictures. Today we're going to be talking about John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, and John Wick Chapter 4. Alright, so what I want to say here is John Wick Chapter 3 to me is probably one of the superior films of all the franchise. And the reason why I believe this is because a lot of the content was much doper to me. Like, Angelica Houston's character, the director, had cool content, and just it gave a little bit of a narrative between John Wick and her character. Like, he was supposedly like an orphan of that organization, where she is a director of ballet, and also I noticed some judo type of shit going down with, you know, where there's a boy sector and then the girl sector was more of a ballet, which I think will entail a new show called Ballerina, which will be continued as far as the John Wick mythos, which I think is going to be boss. Another thing too that I liked about it was Lawrence Fishburne. And his character was just pretty whimsical. I really loved how they played with just his laugh. Even his laugh just made me chuckle, man. That dude definitely knows how to turn out a character, man. And be it something a high intellectual brother to you know, underground king of the homeless, but running shit pretty subtly, you know, at the same time. So I really enjoyed that. And as far, Parabellum is the superior of all the John Wick movies outside of one. Now, one is number one because it had the most content. But as far as to the extended universe, and as far as to the high table, I was most impressed with that. I even liked the adjudicator. I think I said that right, the adjudicator, because she didn't have to lift a finger violently. All she was doing was just following the rule by structure, just one by one, and didn't care about anybody else's personal matters, friendships, nothing. If you broke the rules, you had to pay for that shit. Oh man, Lawrence Fishburne's character, I think I could be saying this wrong, but whatever, I'm just gonna call him the King, kind of, and he gave John Wick a gun with 7 bullets. Initially, that 7 bullets meant 7 million on his head. So 7 million. Instead, I'm gonna give you a gun with 7 bullets. Each of them bullets cost $1 million. That kind of shit. But instead, he got punished for that shit. And so there were like 7 lashes for the 7 bullets you gave to John Wick, including that gun. So it was cool as fuck. It just had that edge to it that that I can't say the same. I don't know. Like, I'll say this. Like, so 3 is the business. I liked that character of hers, because she just had like a strict by the book policy to her that made her villainous. And most times than not, people that are like that in real life are absolute villains. Like, just by the book, don't bend the rules for shit. Yeah, it exists even in this society and shit. So, and another thing that I wanted to point out about John Wick 3 Parabellum was the fanfare of fellow assassins. Like, there were people that were just fans of him, even in the midst of them going after his ass. It's like almost like it felt like somebody that might come across Bruce Lee or something, and that's your hero, even though you got to fight him and shit. But it was just like, man, it's an honor to fight with you, and there was just honor amongst thieves, that kind of vibe that I liked about it. That's a superior film. That movie got down, okay? Now let's go into, oh yeah, one more thing about Parabellum that I liked. Sharon, Sharon, that's Lance Reddick's character. I'm trying to think of what they call him. The concierge? Is it concierge? I think it's the concierge. The one that runs shit at the front of the hotel. I loved his involvement in this shit. I loved that he was just in action and was protecting his boss. I love that shit. It had an extra edge to that shit once it got into the hotel. I'm telling you, man, this movie is the superior. I noticed on Rotten Tomatoes of the score of the newest movie of John Wick Chapter 4. And I'll say this, it was a superior film when it comes to action and the creativity of new action scenes, of what they wanted to go for. Felt video gamey, felt unlimited bullets, but for me, I like when you run out of bullets and you got to get creative. So, in essence, I felt it had more of that in 3 than it did 4. What I mean, in the sense of vulnerability. And oh, I'm out of bullets. Now I got to run back and find some more, or have old boy open the vault so I can get some armor piercing rounds, kind of shit. You know, they had fun with 3. Oh my God, Halle Berry was in that shit too, and I liked that. Like, I liked that she kind of had an edge to it. There was a history between those two in a way, like you owe me for this. And it was kind of the proper way as to how to handle shit if there was a debt owed versus who John Wick had to handle. The dude came to his house with the debt. And then when John said no, blew up his home. And then when he finally said yes and handled the business, now he sent assassins against him and set up a contract on him. It's like, damn. It's like, that dude was a bastard, man. I can't think of his name, but it was in John Wick Chapter 2. But in this one, in Parabellum, right? Let's get back to Parabellum with Halle Berry. That was handled right. It was respectful between 2 different assassins, where she had an obligation, even though she didn't want to, but handled that shit like a G. And them damn dogs. Oh my God, the coordination of the dogs was just out of this world. Out of this world, man. I'm like, woo. There was a scene where John Wick is sitting there and he's talking to her after he gets to her house and shit, and those 2 German shepherds were sitting on each side of him, just staring at him while she was talking to him. I was like, God damn, that's some training for your ass. I love that. I thought that was baller. Yeah, there was just a lot of subtleties, idiosyncrasies in the story itself that made me want to delve in a little more. I don't like just full-blown action shit, unless I'm watching a Tony Jaa film kind of vibe, where I know he's out for blood because he's looking for his elephant and he's trying to whoop some ass. I understand that, but John Wick, there's a subtlety in story that I feel it could go even deeper, just versus just the violence, even though the violence is beautiful and amazing. Okay, so I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do a part 2 about John Wick Chapter 4, because I wanted to really emphasize how dope John Wick Chapter 3 is, and I'm telling you, every element of that film was just awesome. Lawrence Fishburne having me crack up and shit. It's like, a motherfucker gotta get cut. I'm like, damn. Oh man. But yeah, I wanted to say what I had to say about Parabellum, because oh my God, Parabellum is the shiznit. Okay. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for this. I'm gonna be back for John Wick Chapter 4. We'll get into it. All right, like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. And if you have any thoughts, let me know. All right, later. Peace.